What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off and running from Charlotte. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air. It's Jones. DJ Chuck there for the catch. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Panthers first.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, Jones forces that one, and it's intercepted. Kyle Tucker makes the play. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. I gotta imagine facing a defense in the bottom half of the league had these guys excited, Brock, but cue the old record scratch sound effect as that defense forces an opening drive turnover.
Yeah, just a reminder for this quarterback that decision-making each and every week is at a premium, and don't look at the stats. Study your opponent.
Ready?
To the air is Richardson. Jump off, caught by his back. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss. First play of the game.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Ready? Cougar 19. Ready?
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Richardson on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
70 line. Go.
Shotgun snap, a give to Blue. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. McLaughlin sacks on the extra point. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Panthers nothing. Chase McLaughlin set.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pin. Short pass brought in. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First carry here for the Boston College rookie. And he's down to almost, nope, actually going to give him the 30 here. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to the well again. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Austin's there to haul it in. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going for it himself. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Jones. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers put it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Drake London with a touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. When you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Come on.
Up the middle, Blue. He's out in the clear. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take the lead on the first play of the drive. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Calvin Austin on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Ready.
1st and 10 from the 32. Here's a toss headed right. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Brought down back at
So
the
while they're
27.
in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. Back to Charlotte in just a moment.
Ready up.
We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They have second down behind the sticks. Jones now to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Jones now on third down. This is a heater going deep. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive block. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them.
Defender's there. It's intercepted. Picked off Trey Amos. And the Panthers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really, it just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
First down now, ball at the 33. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Here's Jones to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Kate, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. The defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
Vikings in the dime on third down. 6 DBs out there.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Dumped off to his running back. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
Here we go, shot. Let's go.
They're going to try to throw for it. Johnson finds the football, complete. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. The right call at the right time, Brock. Give him 9 and a successful conversion on 4. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
At the 18-yard line.
Come on, set. Ready.
Jones going to do it himself. And he got what he could there, rolling to the 14. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Fires right away, but incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Ready.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. They'll air it out on 3rd. Brought in. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense isn't moving here. They are going for this on 4th and 1. They'll throw for it. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards. So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Couldn't get it the last 2 snaps. Another shot at 6 here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and long for him here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jelani Tavai picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
That's brought in downfield by Kincaid. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him.
Gain of 18. And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To the air on this 1st down, Richardson. Going right back to Kincaid, complete. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
14 yards.
So 1st down from the 41.
Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
He gets the handoff. Still has some space inside the 35. And he is down to the 30-yard line. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on. Set. 70, go.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Catch is made in close. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grow their lead just before halftime. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Vikings double their lead to 14.
Panthers 7.
McLaughlin has it on the tape, and he's ready to send this flying. On the return, here comes Austin. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Ready.
1st down, throw by Jones. A throw left side finds Johnson. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All set to go now from the 35. Play fake, Jones. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. And it sets up second down.
Second and 10.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Completed to his running back. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Panthers first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Jones going to throw again. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
To throw again here on 2nd and 10, Jones. Completes, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go, shot. 70 Lions. Trap 60, trap 60. 79 Broncos.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Hold the ready.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the toss to Blue. Rolling into enemy territory. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, they're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up, and you can reset those downs.
From the red zone on 1st. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
A 3rd down run with Blue. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Richardson on 3rd. And he has the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Vikings stretch their lead to 21.
Panthers 7. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. On the return, here comes Austin. This makes it up to the 25.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll run it from the gun. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go. Go!
Back-to-back carries here. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down. All set to go now from the 35.
Go! Ready?
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hawk 70.
Pressure comes, Jones. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
He's keeping it. He's going for it. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
I think we are so preconditioned when a QB sneak is called, we think it's going to be a 1st down, right? Well, I think they expected him to get it too. But now they got to adjust in a hurry and get their defense out there to make a stand of their own.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. Headed out right. Taken in on the right side by Pearsall. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Give on 2nd here to Blue. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
And the Vikings. A gain of 5.
Play action. It's Richardson.
1st down.
Got a man. It's Dante Thornton Jr. And he's going to be a yard shy of the 1st as they force him out after the gain of 9.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Checking this one down. It's Blue. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
No gain on
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Complete beyond the marker. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Minnesota.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Pass it in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
3-yard line. Here we go. 60.
We'll see them tackle 2nd and goal after the break. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal.
Ready. Ready.
Throwing again, Richardson. Down he goes. The Panthers got him. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 3rd down and goal.
Come on, come on.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off, Trey Amos. Along the right sideline, there's space. The 30. He's at the 10. And this is going to be a pick 6. He's in for the Carolina touchdown. Well, we all saw his teammates yelling at him, go down for the touchback. Yeah, no chance of that. He saw a lane to take it from one end zone to the other, and he did just that.
You know, and in that sense, he's no different than a kick returner bringing it out of the end zone. That's why some think DBs make the best return men. He just got that unique way of seeing the field, whether it's on a kickoff or going 100+ for a pick 6. Wow.
They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And this is covered by the Vikings hands team. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
They get 27 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, Minnesota.
The give, it's Blue. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Thought he had a touchdown there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Ready up.
Who gets it? And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. 4th down coming up. They sent with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did. I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Go.
Jones setting up the play action. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jones off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the left side. Cut along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Got it. Ready?
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
It's a turnover.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Richardson fires quickly out wide. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All set now, 1st and 10.
First down, Vikings.
Here we go. Check go.
They'll start the drive with blue. And he only gets a couple before going out of bounds, Brock. So 2nd down coming up.
Out of bounds at the 15-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw, Richardson. Caught near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Vikings, first down. 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
1-yard line.
Going with blue here. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Vikings keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. McLaughlin attack on the extra point.
Chase McLaughlin lining up for the point after.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings make it a 24-point ball game.
38. Panthers 14. Chase McLaughlin.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. On the return, here comes Austin. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Number 20. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Panthers hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. He's going to do it himself. They get to him behind the line, Brock. Looks like they're going to lose a couple on that zone read.
Max Crosby on the
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Jones now on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. 4th down, pass coming. Connects with Johnson. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The give now out of the shotgun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
On the tackle. It's a loss of a yard.
Brady from the gun. It's Jones. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Galloping inside the 40. Fighting his way through, but he lost the football. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession.
You know, Kate, there was a memory burns into my dad, high school coach's memory forever. And that was after winning a game, losing coach comes over and says, Mike, I guess sometimes better to be lucky than good. No, my dad was good. In this case, the runner, he was lucky. He was lucky the sideline saved him as that ball bounces harmlessly out of the way.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Here we go, set.
Working from the gun, here's Jones. It's caught right side by Johnson. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
It's a gain of 11.
It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check go.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Jones. That is rejected at the line, as we say in hoops. Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
They'll throw 3rd and long. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Not on the same page with his tight end. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Gets everything he has under this one. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Panthers are stopped on the return on the final play of this game. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And they continue playing their best ball of the season over this recent stretch as they pick up a 6th consecutive victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we say so long from Charlotte.